So last session, you guys had been rounded up and had been chilling at the Ivory Hall and met Sylph's dad. Well, Bradley's dad. And there was a
Oh
tense
my gosh, we
conversation
have
for a
another
bit.
party member. I call unfairness because on account of the DM allowing one of our players to run two characters at the same time. We should all be allowed to have a secondary character we can just swap in at any moment.
I mean, you do. You have Chompy. What are you talking
Yeah, well,
about?
I am petitioning to give Chompy full class levels in addition to his animal companion levels.
Nah, animal companion levels
I
are
want
already
to put
powerful enough.
Barbarian on Chompy.
Chompy's already special as it is. I don't think I need to add anything else to that
I
monster.
love the pronounced sip before you spoke.
I would like to go ahead and petition that at the very end of the adventure, as we're heading to the final fight, I would like to go ahead and put, awaken Chompy, and then I would like to switch to Chompy as the main character and like take all 20 barbarian levels on top of his HD.
Yikes. No. That's gonna be declined. But yeah, you had a conversation with Sylph's dad, and it seems
All
that
right, I'll
things were
write
not
it
well
into my
back
next.
home.
If I ever run a Pathfinder campaign, there will be a final meeting with a Chompy that has 20 barbarian levels.
But
Hmm.
beyond this, the group has learned the truth, at least to a certain extent, of where Sylph came from. And it does seem like there are some things on the mend, maybe, or at least a chance at it. There were also confirmations that there are other elements that still hang in the wings. A very upset adventuring band who may yet still not be too pleased with the actions of Sylph's past. Nevertheless, you guys enjoyed an evening of merriment, drinking, and final moments here within True Now. Some of you heading off to your own shenanigery before calling it an evening. There was a couple personal exchanges, primarily between Ethna and Roddy, as well as, Sylph and his dad, and eventually even between Sylph and Ava. Ava finally dropping the mask a little bit when it comes to everything that's kind of been building up until this point. Sylph getting to be a little more serious than he normally is, and Ava, becoming a little more emotional than she typically is. Even a smile being shared, which I'm sure will be etched in Sylph's mind for perpetuity.
Memory blink spell. Ava needs to find one of those.
And still promise he wouldn't speak a word of it.
That said, you were made well aware of the dangers that lie ahead. The scouts from True Now and contacts from Vigil had appraised Ava and thus the rest of the party later as to what had been found. It would appear that giants of all different walks and creeds have been making their way into a location known as Minderhall's Valley. Some of the more troublesome of their variants being among the kin of stone giants and possibly even ash giants and even more varied breeds. This, of course, spells much more danger than your previous escapades and warrants looking into, but not before the offer of heading to Nargrim's Steelhand's tomb, a famed giant hunter, was put on the table. Have the map via the geode in order to follow it to there. And if you're going to do some giant hunting, well, why not check in to see whether or not the old giant hunter had something that might be able to benefit you in your adventures ahead. You had been given the fair warning that by continuing on this journey, this may get to a point where there is no rest for the righteous once you get into the thick of things. Your names and faces may very well be known. And this storm tyrant is not like to take kindly to thorns in his side. Despite this, you all had finished up your preparations and made your way to the caravan, Now, instead of 3 wagons, content now to 1, with 8 wheels on it, 3 entrances, and a whole lot of magic.
Yeah. It's
Inside-
an 8-wheel drive utility vehicle.
Inside, you have found a number of amenities that Valana has explained to you. It seems that there are plenty of crafter
Wait, is that a
stations.
TARDIS wagon?
Yes, to some degree. Inside, there are plenty of crafting stations for those who have crafts that they tend to. There's a barracks of sorts with plenty of bunk beds to fit all of those that are partaking in this journey. And just about everyone from your journey in Book 2 is, well, they're reprising their roles in Book 3. It would appear that there are a few other faces, although, eerily, they don't talk a whole lot. You have a journey that is expected to take you about a week before you reach Nargrim's tomb. And in that time, you'll have a little bit of downtime to kind of poke at your current lodgings and NPCs. But beyond that, Valana has offered to do a reading for you all, to ask the cards what the future has in store for you. Maybe to even give you a little bit of insight as to how best each of you may play your part. There are several rooms within the within this, mystical wagon. And there's even a mess hall of sorts where you guys can enjoy your time. But at the very front, it seems that there is a room
But is it big enough
reserved.
for Chomp?
Yes, Chompy was actually shrunk down to size to a certain degree. It seems that there's a
Shrunk.
yes, it seems there's a chibi Chompy that gets to zip around the wagon to his heart's delight.
Yeah.
The extra agility does seem to confuse the T-Rex, but he takes it in stride because this now means that he is more agile to steal food from other people's plates.
Now, the next step is to awaken Chompy.
That'll come down the line.
We gotta wait for him to be full grown for that.
Mm-hmm. That said, the room at the very front of this wagon setup seems to be reserved for Valana and her designs. But there is a small meeting room that is there before it. Is there anything you guys would like to do as you settle into the wagon? Pick your bunks and your chests to hold your goods.
Yes. Sylph will probably make his way to a room. Well, he probably see where Rod. Actually, you know what? He's going to inquire to Roddy which room he's going to be in.
Well, there is no split room. The bunk/barracks room is co-ed and fully open. There is, however, a restroom.
All right, then whatever bunk Roddy chooses, Sylph will call dibs on the top.
Oh, you're gonna spit into his face as he sleeps. I like it.
I think he was
Yes.
arguing with
No,
Calorian.
he's gonna fart on him.
What was that there, Anna?
I think he was arguing with Calorian about their bunks. They were fighting over one.
Oh, there he chose bunks together.
Yeah.
Yep.
Man.
Well, they're fighting over bunks.
Seems like Calrian's getting bottom bunk and Roddy's getting top bunk. That does not, however, stop you from, however, getting the top bunk next to Roddy's bunk.
This is true. Yeah. I almost casted unadulterated loathing on Roddy and Calorian just so I could have the top bunk, but I'll take one B beside him.
Just ask Chompy to eat them. Then there'll be no more people in the bunk. We'll be fine. Chompy, use munch.
Chompy is currently hanging around the mess hall, just kind of sniffing all the things, occasionally getting pulled aside by Jess to not eat the things. They'll taste better later. But there are plenty of bunks for everyone.
Darlin is obviously going to sleep on the lower bunk.
Fair enough.
I mean, he could probably make the jump up to a higher bunk, but I don't want to jump through the roof of the car. That's his fear, is he's going to go head first into the ceiling.
No, perfectly fair.
Because short man got ups.
Feel free for everyone to put your bunk preferences into the Foundry chat.
Well, obviously, since we have Chibi Chompy, Chompy and Dolus are claiming bunks together.
Mm-hmm.
Chompy will get the bottom bunk, Dolus will get the top bunk.
Anybody can sleep on top of me.
Oh my.
Yeah.
She'll sleep on the top bunk.
Yeah. On top of me.
Oh wait, I need to reverse that. One moment.
Are you
Ooh.
sure?
Phil wants to be in between Roddy and Ava on the top bunk.
Chibi Chomp. I mean, Chompy has showed that he is capable of climbing ladders.
Is Chompy the same weight as he was when he was big?
Yeah,
No.
but Dolgus being on the bottom would be like something a dwarf would do. Sheesh.
All right. Very well.
Don't lie. They're gonna wake up and we're gonna see Dolgus and Chibi Chompy just snuggling together.
Who knows? We'll have to see.
Or I don't know. I could roll a die here, and one of you could wake up in bed with Chompy. Just and he stole all the covers. He's literally going to be wrapped up in all your covers. We'll be shivering.
I think I'll be all right. I'm a hairy dwarf. I brought my own blanket.
Well, now that everyone has kind of picked their bunk and put their things together, who wants to go see the fortune teller for a fortune reading?
I don't know.
Sylph
Will.
does.
Ah.
And grab this. All right. As you all enter the little meeting room within the caravan wagon, you'll feel everything kind of, start to move ahead as it sounds like Dregar has gotten you all in motion. Welcome, Slayers. I assume that you are all settled in.
Still adjusting, but almost there.
Looks to the rest of you.
My stuff's on the bed. Close enough.
Ava just looks back and doesn't say anything.
Very well. Please, take a seat. I'm guessing that you are here to take me up on the offer of a fortune. You'll have many tribulations ahead. The cards can tell you much. Question is, by what subject you ask the cards for your future. Strength typically regards the matters of war, battle, and honor. The suit of dexterity is typically dealing with trouble, children, and entertainment. Constitution could regard the state of your health, your home, or your pain. Intelligence may not be quite suited for this particular mission as it regards money, school, and literature, but perhaps you seek wisdom, the context of ancient history, morality, and the gods. While charisma is typically that which ordains over love, family, and politics, depending on the context of your inquiries, it might yet be useful. Which suit should we ask to ordain a glimpse of your future?
What was after strength?
Dexterity.
Oh, what was that one again? I'm sorry. I didn't. I missed that one.
Actually, let me do this. I can just take a quick little snip and put it in Discord for you guys. Boop. And let me go ahead and put this in. Cool. There you are. There are the topics. In Foundry, please type the one that you would like to see used for this reading. This will be your vote.
Oh, no.
Wait, what?
You are choosing the suit that will determine the context of which this reading is placed under. It will also determine your role quest. Or role card, sorry.
Ava suggests war.
Got 2 for strength, 1 for wisdom, 1 for constitution.
Man, I smell coffee.
Yeah, I have coffee. I'm wafting it through the internet.
Nick.
I want to hear about Buckrug.
Was that a good swallow you had? I heard that.
It looks like strength is winning it out this time.
No, you fools!
It would
You
appear you have
absolute fools!
It would appear that you have questions about the battles, the war in the future. Very well.
Fools.
She says as she shuffles her cards back and forth. It is now that we'll perform what is called the choosing. You may remember that we did one of these before you, during the festival. for this portion, we will be using the 9 cards that represent the suit of strength. Who would like to pick their card first? She says as she spreads 9 cards amongst the table.
Sylph will raise his hand.
Sylph, roll me a
Chompy will
D9.
steal the card first.
Now.
A D9. What happened to that die that could just click and it would appear with all those little... Oh, that's because that's not Foundry. I was thinking of something else.
There's a dice tray at the bottom, but there is no D9. So I suppose you could roll a D10 and ignore the 10.
Or you could just do that.
And it'll just double bracket D9, double bracket.
Or do
Yeah.
it like you would on Roll20 /R space and D whatever.
Mm. As you have rolled an 8.
Oh yeah, I roll good.
You pick up the card.
Of
Harem.
death! I mean, harem works too, I guess.
So can I deal?
Sylph has so much strength he can bear many women. Ha ha
All
ha.
right.
The card you don't want is the tower.
Does this show up for you guys?
Don't be the tower, don't be the tower, don't be the tower.
That's what show up for us.
I clicked a card and put it up there, but I don't know
I
if you
see
guys.
nothing.
See.
Yes, I see
So
now.
it does not show to me. Okay. Then. I need to try this then. Can I? I don't know if that worked.
No.
Let me check these settings. Your controls.
Anna, did Aller tell you that Pandora got tricked on when she was playing a game? Someone told her to Alt F4 to do something.
No,
I
Pam-
remember when that. I
Pam-
remember the time that happened to me.
Uh-huh. I remember my
Honestly,
first hit Alt F4.
Yeah, I want to say I was like 9 or something in like the upper single digits. I was at my dad's house and I was playing Diablo 2 online. Like this was back in the 90s. Like, I had no idea what it was, nor did I have any idea why people kept talking about giving each other cookies or Oreos or whatever. But
Someone told you to Alt F4. Yeah.
yeah, someone did. I thought they were legitimately trying to help me because naive, innocent kid on the internet.
I was like, oh, so you just gotta hold this and this. Oh.
Me go.
That poor thing. But now she knows. And she'll be able to chuckle at her friends getting tricked by that.
Maybe she'll even be the one to trick them.
Yes. I would only hope.
Boom, boom, tsh. Boom,
Let me
boom.
see about this. Let me drag a token onto this and then click this and hey Silk, do you have like a card that's shown up on your
On
On
my
your-
token, no.
now?
No, just my normal Sylph card. Where it shows like Sylph, health, items, armor, and all that. But no like a card from the fortune teller.
Let's create a hand or pile to deal cards to.
Can you create a text box on field and drag the picture into that?
Card mechanics. Create a card stack. No, I don't need a card stack. type deck hand pile and okay. Still preset config. Create new card stack. Okay. So then I can there.
Pass a card to Sylph. You do not have permission to view the sheet for this card stack.
Okay.
So now I need permission to view it.
Yep. Okay, so save. And it sounds like I need to make a card stack for everyone. And
Anna, did you have Ulrich make coffee or something?
Yes.
He made just 1 cup?
Yes, of my coffee.
Oh.
That's why you smell coffee.
You could have just had him.
He
You
was
could have just had him
He was
brew, like,
earlier
whole
just
pot.
talking about Nick, like, forcing the smell through the computer.
Being all quiet because she knows she could have just made a pot of coffee.
Nope,
But she
because
made
I didn't make the coffee. Ulrich did. He brought
Yeah.
it to me. He even put the sugar and cream in for me and stirred it.
Aw, he spoiled his mama.
Yep.
He's a good boy.
Yep. Because
Everybody point and make fun of him. Mama's boy, mama's boy.
Sylph, can you see your card stack now?
I can.
Okay. And
If I click the card, I can see an actual interactive card. Oh, that's cool.
do you
I
want
can move the.
do
That's
you
so
want to say what it is now? And does it show it on the thing?
So face side, I have the beating. Back side, I have Harrow.
Yeah. That is just the Harrow deck.
Okay. So yeah, I have the beating.
Reveal it to everyone. There we go.
Okay, so you're about to be pounded.
Right.
Like, that little interactive card thing is sweet, Nick. Did you do that?
It's a module that I have. So
How do I flip it over?
click.
You can just click on it.
Yep, left click. Create card stack for Gochin. That's what I need.
Aw,
All right. Deck and stack. Bam. Okay, cool. I have one for everybody now. I just need to assign. Configure ownership. This one is Amethyst.
I'm not blowing
Same.
up your guys' chat feed, am I, with the beating?
This one
Okay,
is
okay.
Purist. Save. This one is Derek. Save. And this one is Andrews. This one is Gotchins. Dang it. Okay, cool. Everybody's got one. All right. So, yes, Sylph has drawn the beating. Although this is spamming my chat with all of them every time you click it, open it. So I might have to change how that interacts. That said, as you reveal your card, Ilana would look at it and goes, the beating. This is the neutral evil-oriented card of strength. Signifies coming under attacks from all sides, but could also indicate the dissolution of the self mentally. Whether the strength is of your body or your mind, it dissolves under relentless attack. Perhaps there is something in the future that you'll need to be keenly aware of in order to avoid such a future. As this is your role card, it might be up to you to determine what this is. Who would like to choose next?
hi.
Dolgus, go ahead and roll me a d8.
Okay, Chompy reaches through the fourth wall and rolls it with his mouth.
A 7. All right. So that will be. Let me flip this. open up Dolgus's stack. Yes. Poop. No, dang it, didn't work. Stack has been updated.
How do I look at it?
You should be able to click on the image.
I cannot. I'll click the Dolgus thing, and it says, "Ooh, the keep."
The Keep. The neutral good card of strength. This is a symbol of quiet strength, and one that can move when necessary, yet stand firm through the greatest of hardships. Those represented by the Keep are not typically shaken by any force, though it can occasionally mean giving way to temptation or falling in the face of a greater strength if misaligned. Perhaps for your purpose in this future conflict, this future battle, you are the one who stands firm against all of the more devious machinations the giants will very well throw your way. Maybe it is a reminder for the rest of your party to have something else to look to. Most curious. Who would like to take their card next?
Ava will take a card.
Roll me a d7.
4.
4. Alright. Ava. Come on. There we go. Stack updated.
How do I share what it looks like with the rest of the people, though?
I have revealed it, so everyone who clicks on the picture in the chat window will be able to click on the picture.
Okay. And how do I access the stack normally without clicking the button in chat?
There is a card stack tab at the very top right, next to the little playlist, but music note. That's where your card stacks are at.
Coolio.
The cards float around all pretty.
You're so pretty.
She's a circus animal. We knew it.
Ava
What did
kind
you
of
do?
frowns when she sees the card.
Ah, the bear. This is a symbol of pure strength. It is a neutral card amongst its suit. People often make the mistake of thinking the bear can be tamed or trained. Yet, when someone believes they have the bear under control, that person eventually learns the terror of their ways. Alright, Derek, come on.
Sorry. I'm halfway out of it right now. I'm not gonna lie. I smoked a little too much.
Okay.
I'm just been
You
here.
did what a little too much?
Smoked.
Jeez. I hear you, buddy.
I miss being able to get like that.
No. When someone believes they have the bear under control, that person eventually learns the error of their ways. Usually, brute force is required there. But the consequences of its use might be severe, as this is shown being your roll card. While you may think that use of your talents to show this force upon those that believe they can control you may be validating at first, you may find that it gives unseen consequences for those around you. Something to keep in careful consideration, perhaps?
Curious.
Who would like to pull their card next?
I'll go next.
I believe that we are down to a D6. A 2. Uh-huh. I see. Okay. Boop. Boop.
Ah,
Ah, yes, the card of Harakiri.
Ah, it appears that you've pulled Fiend, the lawful evil card of strength.
Oh,
Here we
Choppy
have the
did it.
Here we have the depiction of the devil swallowing innocence. It can indicate the deaths of many in a great calamity, or, in some cases, the salvation from that very same calamity. The fiend can also indicate some sort of dark and intelligent creature that pulls the strings in the area, endangering all nearby. Perhaps with this mission, you will find that your enemy is far more cunning than you previously anticipated. While giants are known for their brutishness, it takes a mastermind in order to orchestrate them in the way that they are. Something to consider. I believe we have 2 others left to draw a card. Who's next?
Do.
Does Darlin want to draw his card? Ah, no, Gochin.
Gochin.
Gochin
Get it.
rolled a D10? No,
Get it,
D5.
darling.
Okay. Alright. I see. A 4. So 1, skip. 2, skip. No, wait. 1. This is taken. 2. This is taken. Okay. I need to show. Yeah, that one's taken. Oh, it already shows me. Never mind. We good. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, I see. Gotcha. Your pile has been updated.
What did Gochin get?
He'll have to click and find it.
Ah, yes, the sloth.
Gotcha, do you know where you're looking?
I don't
You
even
found
think
it.
he's active. Oh, he's there. Yay! He's alive again. With the uprising, god damn. This is all Gochin's fault.
How's Gotcha reacting? Earth to friend?
He's speechless.
Stoic
This
silence.
mic's not working. So this mic isn't working.
He's got a girl over.
Oh.
He's CPing it up.
Okay, there we go. I don't know. I
Yes,
just left
back.
the game back and it worked.
I see. Your girly finished up then.
Yeah.
Well, they do call him Quick Shot.
Yeah.
So, the uprising. Gochin is surprised, not sure if he should be happy or not, but he sees a hammer. Reminds him of Gorham's hammer.
That's not so much a hammer usually, buddy, but all right. I mean, you guys did pick the suit of strength, so the uprising. Ah, the chaotic neutral card of strength. This here represents being caught in the clutches of something much more powerful than you. There's an overwhelming strength that often crushes what it comes in contact with. The crown held high signifies an overthrowing of a leader of some sort. In the spread, it usually indicates a force much stronger than the one receiving this reading. You are to come to battle with someone far outside your normal skill level. You would do well to not underestimate the foe that lies before you, lest you be cast down before your uprising takes hold. This is your role within the battle to come.
Oh Jesus, Torag's not going to be happy.
She lingers her eyes to the Master Dwarf. Seems that you'll need to roll a d4.
Is it my turn now?
Yes, it's your turn, friend.
No.
It's your turn, friend.
No.
Oh no, I can't read die.
Hold on. I will. What?
I needed a d4, my friend.
Oh, I thought there was no D7 there.
I saw d8.
Nope. Ah.
I won. I see. Alright, so we went down for that one, so we'll come up for that one. I see. Darlin. Let's move this card over to you.
Oh no. Hold on. I repeat it to everyone.
You pick up your card. You flip your card.
Psycho.
It's
It's a
the cycle.
cyclone.
Ah, the cyclone. A force of chaotic evil. One that tears through whatever it meets. In this coming battle, this disaster does not come in the course of natural order, but it comes from one of intelligent design. This is the card that signifies war, arson, and other plans that destroy everything they touch. However, in some instances, when drawn properly, may very well indicate a renewal after a blustery trial. Your role, Master Dwarf, comes amidst this torrent of trouble. Maybe you will be the deciding factor as to whether or not there is a renewal after savage tragedy in the battles ahead.
Darla looks at her and goes, I don't believe in all this hoopla, but okay. And then he burps and walks off.
That was but the choosing. We still have the full.
He's like, oh my god, all this superstitious bullshit.
Imagine calling it superstitious bullshit when we live in an actual world of monsters, magic.
He doesn't have magic, so he just thinks it's superstitious bullshit.
Oh, smoke and mirrors, damn it.
Looking at his card though, that looks like what Darlin's gonna be doing.
You're saying I'm gonna turn evil?
You took away our cards, really?
I did.
Darn,
I
wouldn't
had
like that.
I had to in order to do the thing, so just
I don't care. I want it back.
Well, they may come up in the actual reading, and that means that important things are going to be happening. So, sadly, yes, I had to take them back. Because now we move from the choosing to the spread.
Red Eagle, darling.
So what? I gotta click the card deck thingy again?
Nope.
What?
Right. 3 random face down deal.
Oh, you gave him to go. Guess I'm not next.
I don't think they got sent to Goshen.
Supposed to be they did.
Mm-hmm.
Did they?
Mm-hmm.
I see 3, yes. 3 Howard.
Oh, they were supposed to go to the past, so let me go
Past?
ahead. Yeah, let me go ahead and take these and drop them here. Boop, 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 boop. And boop. Alright. There we go. Let me just go ahead and configure other shit. Everyone can observe. Bam. Alright. Within the thread for this reading, we will start in your past to see what is prominent or what will eventually avail you later down the line. This card by passing it to some other hand or pile. That's not how we want to do this. So, the first card we have, the Hidden Truth. Deal to everyone.
Oh.
There we go.
Definitely not a Dolgus card. We know he doesn't read.
This is your positive past.
Okay, what's the past now? Sheesh.
This is a card of intelligence. The Hidden Truth
Yeah, that would
is
never be Dolgus'
perfect.
card.
The Hidden Truth is perfectly aligned. This symbolizes the ability to see past the obvious and the banal to a greater truth within. Sometimes this discovery was an esoteric one. Sometimes it is a literal find, such as an item revealed within a room. Perhaps, and she looks to Darlin, the hammer by which you have found a key of sorts to reveal powerful secrets. Within Minderhall's Valley, there is the forge. This was the start to your eventual conflict going forward. The unclear past. The desert. This is a card from Constitution Suit. Yeah, Constitution Shield. It is a chaotic card, and within this spread does not seem to hold too much weight within the cast. Just see what else we get. The Theater. Card of Charisma. One that amplifies a misaligned outcome. This is typically the card of true prophecy, that puppets act out a scene just as a prophet acts out the scene in which she has no part. The prophet is the audience, and the prophecy is the show. Typically, one would have no influence in what they see, and its importance is often not recognized until too late. Yet, in this particular arrangement, the prophecy seems to be nothing more than just for show. Perhaps much of what has been ordained in the past has no hold on you, as you have seen clearly through the truth of the matter. What show is being presented for you, you've already pierced the veil of. This was part of your negative past, and thus has defined you for the future. Let's see where we're at for the present.
Oh, Gojo got mad. He got big.
Deal. Random. Stem. Deal. Figure ownership. Observer. Flip. Now we have to look at your present. The first card seems to be the Lost. This is a card of wisdom. And, interestingly, another misalignment. Lost is typically the card of emptiness, the loss of identity. The Bodak shown is forever mad, lost in a world of lunatics, insane asylums, and mass killers. For those under its influence, the world makes no sense. It evokes time, where all is babble, and when meeting someone who speaks only in another tongue. However, here seems to indicate that you are all clarity of mind under the duress that you have been put under. You all have defined your identities by this point, and are stronger for it. Confusion is not at your backs. We follow this up with the reveal, the Brass Dwarf.
Olgus
Yeah.
will look over at Darlin and just kind of poke him. Nah, just pink skin.
Here it shows an Azir, who represents invulnerability to current danger. Although others might fall, he remains hale and strong. This is your neutral currents present. The Brass Dwarf can also mean a failure or dark fate for one, in which which in turn might save all others around him from great danger. Perhaps there's one amongst you that is keyed up for something more currently. It is unclear. Lastly, for our present, we have the Owl. Yet another card of wisdom. Though within this spread, it does not seem to offer too much. While it typically represents eternal wisdom of the natural order, there's a harsh realism that causes a pack of wolves to cull the herd in the weak. The weak in the herd, sorry. It is tragic for the culled deer, but those such actions bring the herd to a stronger capacity. The needle of the owl seems to bind life together just as easily as it can pick it apart. You, in this instance, may emblemize the pack of wolves. While you can easily take a life in order to grow yourselves, you may just as easily unravel yourselves if you're not careful. So we move to the future. we find ourselves, first, with a foreign trader. This is typically the card of spies and peddlers alike. Any who trade in information are subject to this card's influence. There's a bargain to be made under the card's auspice, always concludes to be true, but the ramifications of the pact you might be given may shock those who do not understand its implications. As this falls upon your positive future, you may find that there's an individual willing to parlay or offer you insights you would not normally garner by other means. Be cautious, though, as if you do not understand the information that is being offered, you may find yourselves lost within the depths of it. Next, we have the Carnival. This is an unclear future, but it is the card of illusions and false dreams, so it can only understand why this is the way it is. This card can heighten the power of the arcane, she says while looking to Ava, but depending on such whimsical forces, such an act could be risky. For others, this card depicts imprudent plans or unrealistic ambitions. You may find that you'll have some tricky decisions to consider moving ahead. While there might be a gambit for power, be careful to weigh its risks over its benefits. You may find that such a benefit is quite a bit further out of reach than originally anticipated. Lastly, in your negative future, we have the Empty Throne. This is completely misaligned. This card is typically bearing of a sense of loss that is palpable. There's a ghost that signify those who are gone will always be with us. They taught us our most important lessons, if only we wished to listen. This card can bring information from far off or an ancient source. However, in this indicated pattern, the ghosts of the past are restless, and there is an effort that will be required of you in order to set things at peace. Where you go walks on lands of those that have walked before you, and none of them were satisfied by the outcome. Heed their wisdom, but make sure that your backs are always covered. The restless dead are not as patient as those that are yet living. She then collects her cards and looks to the rest of you. Somehow, we did not hit a single one of your roll cards, which perhaps might mean that while your roles are set in stone, your future is not defined by them. You may yet be able to turn the tides of any portion of this reading, so long as you heed your role's warning.
Sylph will sit there and look spooked.
I apologize if this did not give as much information as you desired.
You did your best. And
Yes,
we will
your
make
best.
something out of it.
I am simply a conduit for what the cards wish to tell. I am not the one that chooses what it is that it will reveal you. That said, while your future is sure to have its trials, and we are sure to come into conflict with these giants within Minderhall's Valley, I would challenge you all. While wanton destruction and an utter massacre of all those that stand in your wake is certainly one path to victory, I would challenge you to endeavor to make as many bonds as you can along the way. To tumble those stones not just in vicious precision cutting of the cyst that is this giant incursion, but to offer to those who would turn coat to see reason, see if they will align. You may find that you can get just as much out of offering the carrot as you would with the stick. Do this, and you may find that there is an extra boon for you at adventure's end.
Now what do we do?
You rest. We have a journey to attend to. As I said before, it'll be about a week before you are able to dip your toes into whatever the tomb has in store for you. This will be a place of the dead, so perhaps ready yourselves for any untoward spookiness that might arise.
Dead? Sorry, Chompy. Looks like you might well want to fill up. Not going to be many meals going forward.
Oh man, too bad we don't have Gramps with us. He knows about dead things because he's dead.
It is also a dwarven-made tomb, so perhaps
But at least we have a dwarf with us.
brush up on your dwarven architecture and history.
Like rocks? You gotta study rocks?
Ah, yes.
I am not sure as to the
Bogus
exact...
will reach into his pouch that has like odds and ends and things and probably pull out a few differently shaped river stones. Like this? We just like stack these and look at them.
Mhm.
I
You
don't
may
even know the first thing about geomancy. How do I even make rocks form to my will?
I suppose that you'll have to study up on that yourself.
Like this! And Bogus will cast like I think it's Stone Fist or whatever, but like I call it Bakrug's Justice.
Yep.
And we'll just like headbutt the rocks into powder.
And so they'll just, oh! That was one.
Well, you have my blessings to carry on with yourselves within the wagon. Please try not to cause too much trouble for the staff. Beyond this, rest, prepare, study. You have some time to yourselves to clear your heads. Or prepare them, however you so wish. I will reside here if anyone else has further inquiries to levy at my doorstep. But for now, farewell. Go on.
Bye. Soap will stand up and walk out.
Bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.
Alright, let's leave. He's gone.
Bye, lady.
As you all step your way out of the door, it does close behind you, without even anyone touching it, really. You all have a week of downtime in order to consider the things that you may want to study up on, or, maybe you've got some downtime activities that you want to consider in terms of tinkering with.
Yeah, I'm sure that won't come back to bite us in the ass at all.
So I suppose we can go down the line just to kind of get an idea of if there is anything you guys would like to do during this week. So, Ethna, you have a week of travel, basically in the caravan for the most part. What do you want to do? You want to study anything? You want to work on anything? Have a chat with somebody in particular?
She's going to. Well, she's going to study because that's just something that she does.
Mm-hmm.
She is going to talk to Roddy again. She has some questions.
Sure. Roddy's certainly available. It's not like he's going anywhere. Most times he's just kind of jotting things down in a journal or, helping where he can. There's not a whole lot that needs to be done on this wagon. While everyone kind of has their designated job, it seems like guard duty's kind of light with, the travels so far.
Now everyone has to notice that he's a nerd.
Goodness, can you imagine that, guys?
I don't think
So-
him being a nerd is a secret.
Yes, it's actually commonly known amongst Chur now that he is a poet.
Don't tell Sylph this.
Oh
I
no,
mean-
my reputation.
I mean, Sylph, you were there when you were talking to Brynja's grandma and Brynja. They've tipped it off that he's a poet the entire time.
Memory of a goldfish.
Yeah, I was gonna say don't tell Sylph this.
Either way, he is easy enough to find. The floor is yours.
So yeah, she would just go and find him wherever he's hanging out and just kind of plop down next to him.
Just hanging out at his bunk.
She just plop down next to him, kind of look at what he's doing and like, what's that?
Oh, just jotting down some little ideas here and there, and he kind of shuts it and sets it off to the side. What can I do for you?
Just checking in. Kind of a private thing, I'm assuming.
Oh, no, just random ideas and musings. Nothing finished or, in any real working state at the moment.
So
Word scheming and, putting things into a proper flow is not always the easiest, especially when odder words start getting tossed around.
Speaking of words, did you ever name that sword?
I feel like I did at one point. I don't know if I wrote it down anywhere. That might have been a Roll20 thing. No, caravan. That's what I'm looking for. His old one was edged diplomacy, but his new one, where did that go? Let me
One
return
that
to
goes to
Roll20.
make, right?
Yeah. Uh-oh, did my internet just go out?
No.
I still
No,
have
we can
internet.
hear you.
Okay. It's like Roll20 is acting really weird. Okay, there it is. Now that that's actually fucking loaded. So where before he was using edged diplomacy, it seems that he has named this blade Reclaimed Vow.
What you trying to reclaim?
Well,
He once broke his oath to do what was best for those that he was tasked with being responsible for, and now he wants to see if he can be worthy of that promise yet again.
Who?
Roddy.
Naughty Roddy.
No, no. Feed him to Choppy.
well, that's certainly a sword's name.
Well, I'm decent at writing in poetry and things of that nature. Other languages are not exactly my forte, so it's not quite as exquisite as Malakt or other named blades, I'd guess.
Well, I didn't get to name a lock, so he just
Charlotte's gonna walk up to Roddy and go, "It's okay. All you really need to learn is dwarf. Everything sounds better in dwarven."
Perhaps you could translate the term into Dwarvish for me.
Dwarven is the equivalent of German, I guess.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's one language I can't speak.
I'm looking at the German translation. There's no fucking way I'm pronouncing that.
German translation of what?
Of Reclaimed Vow.
You just gotta squint your eyes and make yourself feel really angry, and then just use whatever comes out.
I used to work for a German company. Maybe I can pronounce it.
Roderick Eichsbrauchen.
You just have to you have to channel your inner upset.
Yeah, well, here, I'm just gonna post this in Discord real quick. That's what it would be in German.
Werder von der Sphere. Wider Gefren der Sphere.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah.
That's too long. Too many letters.
Uh-huh. So many syllables.
Stick with simple and effective solutions like Fireball.
Weiter gefunden Schwinner. Oh, I don't know.
Sharp
man.
end goes here.
Yeah. At least the last part, sure.
Sure.
But
Sure.
yeah, after Edna asks about the name of the sword, she's gonna ask about like, has he done any practicing with it? How's it been going? All that fun stuff.
A beautifully balanced weapon. I have taken it to spar since you've gifted it. I had plenty of time back in True Now, so I went through the drills, the rest of the blackened blades that still remain. While I'm technically no longer part of their order, I do still see them as brothers in arms.
I know how to say it now.
I can hear it too.
That's
It's a
awesome.
tongue twister one.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's cool. Okay. Wiedergefunden. Oh no. Why am I not in Foundry? Oh.
I kicked you out. I heard what you said about my Christmas present.
Damn.
Well, I think it's freaking cool.
Yeah, nice.
They're
Nice.
supposed to be warm, David. They're not cold.
Super warm.
They get hot, by the way, in the third setting, so be careful with that.
Okay.
So, that said.
I'm going to be using them probably most likely every morning.
Be dead in a week. They don't work anymore. I'm supposed to use them every second.
Use what?
Like my car takes till about like 5 minutes onto the highway to start putting out warm air.
Mhm.
So those will be useful.
I've got a solution for you.
What's that?
It's going to require quite a lot of niblets, though.
Wow. Was there anything
Like
else you
at
wish
least
to
1,000
Edna?
niblets.
Yeah, she's gonna offer Roddy to spar whenever he'd like, just so Malak can stay ready, battle ready.
Oh yeah, I'll show that new blade, alright? Can't one-up me.
Wait,
Try to
Why
replace
did
me.
Roddy become Irish?
It's not talking. That's not Roddy talking.
Oh,
That's the blade.
That's the blade.
Gets one made from the green skin and then decides, oh no, we're just gonna hand it off to this would-be boyfriend. I'll show him what for. I'll snap that little twig in half.
Malak, do not kill your sibling or cousin or whatever it is.
I don't recognize that thing. Not one bit. Mom only had one favorite. That'd be me.
Damn.
I can't speak for your mother. You are my favorite, so
Damn well better be. We're supposed to be a team, and yet you'd be staring at things long and gaze. A curse upon myself.
Sorry.
if you had eyeballs, you'd probably be staring off in the distance too to something.
Right, she has a jealous sword.
I have a question. Did we
What up?
ever establish that when Ethne is talking to her sword, that she's doing it out loud or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, she is talking out loud. Everyone thinks she's crazy.
That's what I thought. I was pretty sure that we had established that, but I couldn't
Oh, yes.
remember
Yeah.
for the life of me.
1000%.
She talks out loud to the backpack. She talks out loud to the sword.
I
Yes.
think-
But at this point, Arwen has gotten to the point where he could say basic sentences now.
Yes, and I think at this point his two favorite people outside of Edna is Darlin and Roddy, because those are the two that have messed with him the most.
Yep.
we give him things. Go, here you go.
I think I think Darlin played ball with him or something. Catch.
Yep.
And rescued
Okay.
him.
Yep.
And Roddy's babysat him. So.
And I've been befriending Chompy by giving him sausages.
Yep.
Because, that one day when Dolgus passes, I don't want Chompy to go berserk and come after me. So, I've been bribing him.
When he becomes
Congratulations,
awakened
you have the
and
new-
20 levels of barbarian.
Not counting Dolgus. Not counting Dolgus. Starlin probably has the number 2 spot. The number 1 spot is the Lizard Folk village we were at because of just how
Oh,
much
yeah.
shit they fed Chompy.
He's like a god to them. Of course they did. It's
It would take
almost
a
like
lot of
that.
sausages to equal what they were giving him.
But Roddy would appreciate the offer and is like, I'll have to take you up on that. We do have some time before we arrive at the tomb. Or as far as we can get close to the tomb.
This is true. Do come talk to me if you start hearing it talk to you. It can be a bit
Wait.
unsettling.
Your sword talks to you?
Well, I could hand you him and you could try and talk to him. I don't know. If
I'm
he talks.
talking to that bloody fool.
I think is it?
Wait,
I'm
what?
not the only one he's ever talked to, and that's because I returned
I don't-
him. But I didn't understand him because I can't talk to him.
Yeah, Gochen's sitting there like, what? The sword talks to her? She's not just talking
Yeah.
to herself?
I'm pretty sure the party, Darla's the only one who knows that she's got a sentient sword.
But no, like, Roddy's like, that. It's not a judgmental, like, wait, what? It's more of a, huh.
Yeah. There's. His name's Malakt. It means curse. I'm just cursed to hear him talk all the time when I touch him.
You're not cursed to hear me talk when you touch me. We're mentally linked, lass, and you're never getting rid of me.
Not unless I die first.
That'd be a tragic state. I'd be lost within, well, who knows where. Probably in the bum of a damn giant.
I would hope you'd at least get into Arwen.
Goshen.
Ah, perpetual darkness once again. The little gremlin bag decides to consume.
Well, I think he ate you last time.
Don't remind me.
He did. Darlin was the one who got him out because you were a conscious.
Roddy would look at you, then look to the sword, then look at his sword, then look to you, then look at the sword, back to his sword. Yeah, I'm glad to say that it has not spoken to me yet, and well then, hello, Malakt. Please treat her kindly. I hope that your namesake does not mean that you curse those that are around you. Thank you.
You talk to it too?
Hoping that it understands language that isn't just its master's. I don't know. And he'll never figure it out.
You know, I think I liked Athena better when I thought she was crazy.
I don't think anything's necessarily changed there, Gochin.
But now I found out she's normal.
Tragically, so very normal. The only reason I have this sword is because I met that fortune teller before I even got to Trinau.
Oh,
She gave me this sword and told me, "Go here," and I listened.
Why didn't I get a sword? I said hi to you at 1.2.
Valana's in a room and isn't hearing any of this.
Apparently, it wasn't in your cards.
Oh, she does do that. Hopefully I'll find that card. But I have a cool sword in the meantime. It's a sword/axe.
oh.
And if you need to make
No.
another one, you have the capability of doing that, Gochin.
As you, like, at the handle of Gorham's Thorn, it does feel a little warm to the touch there, Gochin.
Gochin, make a will
What's
save.
going on? I mean, I love you, sword.
The heat intensifies.
No, I really love you. Don't burn me.
You know, I'm kind of glad that I don't have a sentient weapon as Darlin hops into his bunk.
Who knows? Maybe you'll get sentient armor.
I mean, I could already make that, but that's beside the point.
That would be hilarious.
You
though.
just
That
look
would be
over.
your
Perhaps something I should research.
You,
Oh.
you do look over to Agramosh and start to wonder. I mean, it is a relic. Is it perhaps sentient too?
Oh, it might be, but it just doesn't like me because I'm not a giant.
Who knows?
At one point, they end up having like a whole anime discussion thing where they explain what's going on in the series between all the different sentient weapons, talking about how all the players are going and the motivations and stuff. You know how like anime over explains everything.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're gonna have that internal, weapon. Like they're all gonna get their own like humanoid like looking forms, faces and everything, because apparently weapons have those kind of things now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no. So Roddy is intrigued by the discovery that Malak talks to you, and has accepted that you two can do some sparring before you guys get to the tomb. Was there anything else you wanted to poke at?
Nope, that was it for now.
All right then. Dolgus, is there anything that you're doing in the interim week? Preparations, studying,
Practicing my new
meditation.
battle form.
What's the new battle form?
Oh, huge size Allosaurus.
I
I'm
see.
bigger than Chompy.
Chompy is jealous.
Chompy will eventually grow bigger than me.
How you get that big? You're so big. Where'd you get that?
Speaking
There,
of which, before
Chompy
next
one.
session, I will absolutely need to figure out how to do the macro for that.
I do believe that Gochin has that partially figured out, so he could probably send you the details for that.
Okay, I'll put that on one of these as plates, so when I don't have it ready by next session, I'll be like, one of these didn't tell me how to do it.
Hey, when you get the chance, could you send Andrew the macro you have for increasing your size for your token and all that?
With as many detailed steps as possible. Try
He's
to walk me
gonna-
through it like you'd walk through a 5-year-old.
Yeah, he's gonna need to go to huge size instead of large, so. Or if Pierce can help out with that a little bit, I don't know. You
Yeah,
two are the
If I had
masters.
access to his sheet, I could do it for him.
Uh,
Good at making a buff.
Okay.
It's easy.
Yeah. If you make the buff, I can also drag it over to a sheet too, so.
Oh, well, here, hold on. I'll just make it then real quick.
Toggle.
Yep, that's it. And if you need to test it out, let me just drag ye tokens onto the board so you can play with it. That said, is that all you're doing this week there, Dolgus? Battle form?
Kinda, I guess.
Okay. Alright.
Also, I do get that extra nice +2 con in my wild shape when they're dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, very nice.
Darlin, are there any preparations that you're seeing to this week? Studying?
I mean, not really.
Okay.
I mean, he's got his thing brewed up and ready to go already, so it's
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks like that works.
oh yeah.
Here, I'll add in the buffs as well.
So Darlin's just kind of hanging out?
Yeah, for the most part.
Okay. Not studying anything. Noted. Gochin, what are you doing this week? You do have some homework. I know you were trying to learn a few things since leaving Trunau and everything. What's on Gochin's list of things to do? You got a week.
Following Ava with a notebook.
All right. What are you trying to get Ava to teach you?
Magics. And that's how he
Got it.
says it. He doesn't know exactly what that means. He just needs to learn magics.
Gotrin's trying to learn. Oh no.
All right.
What kind of magics?
The
Things to enhance yourself, to deal damage, to leave me alone.
uh,
God, we're witnessing
I'll-
the
I'll-
dawning of
I'll-
hymns.
I'll take all
It's
the
like,
above. I need magics so that I can do better weapons.
Ava will hand him a book with some spells in it. Come back when you can read that.
Which book did you hand him?
Oh, it's not actually full of spells. It's just full of gibberish.
Yes, you just want to see if you can read first.
What?
This is a test of intelligence.
All right. All right. Fair enough.
If he says something, Ava might actually consider helping.
Gochin, what languages do you speak?
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm gonna put this in Draconic because that's a common spell reading language.
No, don't do it. There's a perfect language for this one. It's
Uh,
that language
Druidic.
of primordial chaos.
Yeah,
Because it's always
Arcadian?
gibberish. Because
Druidic,
it's always
common, and orc.
gibberish.
All right.
No.
Well, here's what I'm going to need from you then, there, one of these. For the first day, you're going to sit down with this book and probably try to study because, well, clearly this is your path to magics, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I am going to need you to roll me a linguistics check.
Well, it's not negative.
That's good.
He gets a word.
A 9. Alas, today seems to befuddle you. The arcane script here is quite difficult to follow, and while you're sure it probably holds secrets within, you're spending the majority of this first day of your trek and travel trying to pierce through the veil of its mystical arts. And so, for the most part, Ava's left alone for this day.
Gochin's like, I don't even know how to pronounce this.
Darla will walk
He's
by and
actually
look at
trying
that
to
book
follow
and
the
go,
path of
that's
suboptimal
just the title,
Eldritch Knight.
and walks off.
Now, Gochin. Day 2. Give me another linguistics check.
Ooh!
Ooh.
It is today that you have figured out that this, in fact, is just draconic gibberish. You're not sure how it's gibberish, but you can tell that it doesn't really, make words in a proper way. And you can tell it's draconic based off of some of the things that you've seen in your sister-in-law's, library. And so you can confidently go back to Ava and go, this doesn't hold magics, this contains dragon gibberish.
Yeah, Ava. This is dragon gibberish.
Ava just kind of stares at you, and her opinion of you is ever so slightly elevated.
Yeah.
Hmm. Faster than I thought. I thought it would take you at least 3 weeks. Very well. Perhaps the most important spell you should learn is Detect Magic. Ava will cast it to demonstrate. No.
Yes, a spell that won't kill us all while we're traveling.
A spell that has no visual effects beyond the weird gestures or words you're saying. See,
Yep.
I cast a spell.
Yep.
The
Gochin,
second challenge, something that isn't flashy.
Gochin attempts to do that. It didn't work. I did exactly
You
what you
need-
did. It didn't work.
You need to incant exactly as I do, gesture exactly as I do. And Ava will, she'll put an ion torch on a desk a few feet away.
Hmm.
If
Now
you're
there's-
successful, You should be able to detect this.
Oh, I can
And-
detect it. It's right there.
And she is going to take a strip of cloth and tie it over your eyes.
Dang.
Oh. You
Now
detect-
here's the catch, Ava. As a fairness side, you do know that as part of your own practices and
this.
memorizations, he does need the actual like spell glyphs and writings to
Yes.
memorize at the beginning of the day before he can actually attempt such a magic.
Yes, and after today, she will show him what that is. But she wants to have him stand there and gesture and try to do this without it.
Very well. Gochin, you've been given your task for today. You only have about a half day because it did take you a little bit in order to finally discern the deception behind the initial book. But that said, this is part of day 2. You can go ahead and give me a spellcraft roll.
Okay, well,
Will
this
he
is not
pass?
zero.
Will he fail? Here he goes, ladies and gentlemen. The roll of the century. Burp, burp, burp.
Today is a day of fumbling through the gestures, especially since you are blindfolded. But you are trying. Nothing seems to happen, and you do remain blind for the rest of your second day.
but according to this, I'm able to identify a negative 9th level spell. That's a very high level spell in the opposite direction.
While Gochin is doing this, Ava will scribe some of her cantrips into a small.
Wasn't it Daco that went the negative?
Scribing cantrips into a secondary spellbook.
Yes.
Very well.
She does not want Gochin to have anything that does damage as of yet.
So you're
Perfectly
leaving
fine.
out things like electric jolt that basically
Yeah.
give him a small
No.
taser.
He's getting detect magic, mage hand, prestidigitation. She's hesitant on that one, but message, read
You're
magic,
actually
and dance
trusting
invites.
him with prestidigitation?
Oh God.
Ava's
Well,
opinion of Gochin is high enough now because he didn't take 3 weeks to learn that she was fucking with him.
We're just gonna have
little,
napkins dabbing mouths at every dinner now.
little does Ava know that he's going to detect magic and cause explosions.
Who knows? That
If
said,
he
day
actually is successful in doing that, Ava will want to figure out how he does it. Just so she can do it.
If you're doing that, you're the next mage.
That said, that is day 2. Let's see what day 3 brings for you. You wake up, and you've not mastered your art, as you've not detected the Ayun torch. Are you going to go just straight into training?
Yeah.
Okay. You put the
He's-
blindfold back on?
And he's going to use his third eye chakra to try to open up the mana reservoirs to detect this item.
Ava's going to take that blindfold off. You're going to need to actually read this.
Oh, what's this? I
Some of the
prepared explosive
spells
runes?
that- No. I sleep here. Some of the magics that you are attempting to learn. She will turn to the page for Detect Magic. This is the page. You should study this. Once you are confident in reading these glyphs and understanding them, you may try again.
Okay. He'll take the book and start studying.
Very well. So for
Is
your...
Goshen actually planning on going cross class?
Who knows? He wants to learn magics. So, Gocha, go ahead and give me a spellcraft for today.
Okay.
You have
Oh,
one
man.
success. Today seems to, because as you're untrained, You're not just going to nab the tip, like that would typically identify, the spell, but you are yet untrained. But you do seem to make some sense of the arcane glyphs that are inside this book. Some of them look familiar, others of them are like, oh, it kind of, makes a little bit of sense. So you have one success under your belt. But today does seem productive. While you're not confident that you'd be able to cast such a spell, you are confident that you're making some headway.
I understand how to say it. Although it's not working yet, but I'm making progress.
Ava is shocked that he is making progress.
It's Leviosa.
Since we are about to move to day 4, I am going to ask Ava, what else are you doing outside of just pointing Gochin in the right direction?
She'll offer her services for crafting if anybody wants to.
I think our money's used up.
Yep. Just in case anybody's got any small wondrous items they want. Otherwise, she is going to be reading up on Dwarven history.
All right, sure. Go ahead and give me a history check.
She's not as good at history.
But
She's
with a
really
natural
good with-
20, with a natural 20, you happen to have a few tomes, particularly on Dwarven architecture and Dwarven, what people typically understand of dwarves and how they construct tombs is that in many cases they are safeguarded against intruders of anybody who would not be of their clan, of their ilk. So you are very aware that there are likely to be traps, and thanks to this check, you are very sure on how you would actually be able to bypass some of them. You may need to come across some holy symbols of Torag in order to bypass many of the typical traps. Other times, you may need to learn more about the clan that this is a tomb for. Luckily, you do happen to have two living descendants of Nargrim, so they may come in fair handiness when it comes to spelunking this tomb. Beyond that, as you're kind of looking through some of the history lessons about this famed individual in particular, you do come across a sly passage in one of your history tomes. Nargrim Steelhand was a revered giant hunter, but his end was not at the grasp of giant kind. It was after he was to return home from one of his many grand exploits that the giant hunter actually fell to the hands of kin. The name Lockmore Ettergun seems to persist within this book. A name seeming to be reviled by the dwarves of Kragadan. Or sorry, Yanderhof. My apologies. Different cities. Lockmore was a dwarf who traveled with this famed giant hunter. Nargrim and him were basically his closest family. And it seems that jealousy and the desire to be, known as a famed hunter in his own right, slew the man. And for reasons that many did not understand, made off with his famed treasures. Most notably, the steel hand which Nargrim had fused to the stump of his arm, an item of great power and repute, fabled to allow one to carry weapons, sizes far beyond what they should be able to carry. Once found of this horrible act upon their kin, Lockmore was given judgment both by the family and by the populace of Yanderhof as a whole. His name, for the most part, stripped from all records. It is actually kind of a chance instance that you have this tome that yet still mentions him. His ultimate fate is not detailed within this, but it does say that he was given a fate worse than death. But that is all you are able to recount about the dwarven history in this particular passage.
Ava will share that with Athene, but will continue her research.
For the most part, Pyrrhus, I would like for you to make a note somewhere for your character sheet or otherwise that upon coming across traps for this upcoming tomb, Ava has a +10 circumstantial bonus to spot and disable them. If she chooses to give this insight for disabling to someone else, they get a +5.
Yeah, we'll see if she does or not, because Ava's not good at either of those skills.
That said, you have a pretty good idea of the things that'll come up. Those will also apply to, like, checks in the moment of, like, if you're trying to, like, figure out how one would disable a thing. Or lore checks to, like, go against it, so. But Sylph, what are you doing during this week? What preparations are you making?
Does the caravan have any, like, have an area where they have, like, empty flasks?
Well, the
And-
quartermaster seems to have plenty of spare tools, gear, and otherwise. So Jess is more than happy to assist you in certain gear choices.
Oh, Jess is there? Okay, yeah, Seth will go up
Mhm.
to Jess and see what she's up to.
She's just taking stock of a few things and would kind of go, and this is 5. He apparently does tradesman things? Well, at least for the mundane things.
Sylph would walk in as she's saying that, and he would smile at her and do a small wave and walk up and go, "Hey, what's going on? What you up to?"
Like I said, just taking care of things. 5's helping out. 9 wandered off somewhere, so I don't quite understand what he's doing, but we're doing alright.
Good.
How is Sylph?
Well, just having my dad showed up and all and whatnot. That was pretty interesting.
I heard. Everything good with that?
Yeah, it's fine now. It was very abrupt, and I was hesitant at first, but it wound up being pretty good.
He probably wouldn't approve of you dating a lizard girl.
That's good. It's nice to have family that still checks in on you.
Yeah. So who's manning the storefront while you're adventuring with your pals?
Oh, yeah. So I got a little bit of help from the boarding house. So Brynja's actually manning the store for me while I'm gone.
Oh
Said she
wow.
yeah, she needed something else to kind of do while kind of recuperating. Her and Jake were planning on being wed and starting up a business in Vigil, and since it's kind of fallen through, she's been trying to find something else to kind of guide her light.
I'm sure she'll find a way.
She's a strong gal. I'm sure she will.
Of course. Hey, by chance, do you have any like empty like water flasks that I could use?
Do you want flasks or do you want water pouches? They are
know
two
what?
different things.
Flasks would be easier to carry multiples of.
Those? Sure. How many are you looking for?
6.
Okay. She looks around, finds a random piece of paper that's like sticking out of a barrel, and goes, no, not that one. And she climbs up a little bit of the rack and finds a small little basket that's got a bunch of like you can hear the clinks of glass as she pulls down like 6 vials and is kind of just tossing them out of the basket. And you could either try to catch them or trust in where she's throwing them.
Sylph will catch them, try and catch them, and as doing so, he will line them up upon catching them in a row.
Give me an acrobatics check.
Yeah. 1 second. That would be in my skills. There it is.
20. Ample enough agility in order to catch each of the 6 and line them up on the counter in nice order.
Yes.
She looks over. Oh, good job, Sylph.
Thank you.
She kind of hops down. What you need the flasks for anyway?
You know, do you have a pitcher of water or a pitcher I can fill up with water?
Yeah. We got a water bill. Yeah. 1 second. And she kind of heads over to the like side, grabs like a larger like mugs, looking thing, like a supersized tankard kind of thing.
Nice.
And, heads over to the kitchen area, which is like across the way from the bunks, and comes back with like a pretty full like tankard. Here you go.
Cool. Sylph to take the tankard, dip his finger in it, and turn it to wine.
Tears to wine. I see you.
Do you want me to roll it?
No, you don't actually have to roll Tears to wine. It just kind of does its thing.
Okay.
It's a spell.
Yeah. And then Sylph would cork those flasks and take them with him.
Now, here's the thing that I'm going to poke at you there. So,
Does the potency wear off?
any day that you re-prepare spells, those will become inert.
Okay.
So when it comes to casting that spell, you'll just want to have 6 vials of water on hand, kind of thing, if that's what you're doing. Or you could just have like one decent sized thing that you kind of pass around.
So should I fill up like a water skin and then just take empty vials with me?
You do want them full of water because you do need non-magical water.
Yes.
But yeah, it for that in particular, it's just having the component on you and then cast it when you need it, kind of thing.
Okay, then scratch him turning the pitcher of water into wine.
I mean, you could use it today. You could also pass it around to some of your friends, like Gochin, who's trying to study.
That is true, yeah. So then Sylph would walk around passing around the wine to give everyone a little intelligence boost.
Because the nice thing is that you are currently a 7th level caster, so that'll last for a little over an hour.
We're level 8. Or did he dip?
He has the gunslinger dip.
Yep.
But the nice thing is in 2 more levels, that will go from a +2 bonus on all intelligence and wisdom-based checks to a +5. But still, a nice +2 bonus might give Gochin the edge he needs in order to succeed on further days checks.
There
if you pass it around here and there. And it's a 1st level spell, so it's pretty handy.
Yeah, that's what he'll do. He'll make his rounds passing out the wine to enjoy the ride while giving the people a little bit of boost of insight.
Because you can make 1 cubic foot of liquid per 2 levels. So you can make currently 3 cubic feet of
Yeah, that's just
liquid.
more than enough wine.
Right. So you really don't need a lot.
No, no. Now, if we were to have a feast with the multiple people, sure.
That said, yeah. So if you want, you can kind of like mark on your character sheet that you've got X number of flasks full of water, and you'd only really need to have expend one at a time for the spell to like pass along to people.
Okay. So inventory, make 5 flasks of water.
Sure. And that'll mean that you can use that spell 5 times before you gotta find another water source.
Okay.
Was there anything else you wanted to do there, Sylph?
Nope, that would be it. He just wanted to make his rounds because him passing around that wine, he'd be able to say his hellos and what are you up to and all that.
Very well. It's just letting you know that, there is a week of travel, so.
I don't think he'd really be studying much of anything.
Mm-hmm.
That's just not really his thing, but it.
Yeah. Any quiet contemplations or any working on other little projects?
Yeah, he'd probably be thinking a lot about like what his dad was talking about, like his brother being a lord like that. That really excited him.
Yeah.
Because although he's far away from home, his siblings are still like those are he grew up with them.
Mm-hmm.
So he's happy and proud all at the same time. He's an
Huh.
uncle.
Yeah.
His daddy's a grandpappy now. There's a lot has changed at home.
Yeah.
So yeah, he has a lot to think about, and the fact that his dad didn't, I guess, scold him the way he thought he was going to scold him really it didn't grind his gears. It just made him question a lot of things, which led him to the Hope Springs and all that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, his world got flipped right side up, and he now doesn't know how to handle that because he was living in the upside down.
Mm-hmm. Seems Sylph is doing something well.
Yes.
He does still have a lingering upside down thread, but he'll have to deal with that later.
Yes, but there's hope and that's good.
Mm-hmm.
God. But in the upside down, that's where the Demogorgon lives.
Yeah.
And it hasn't gotten to that part yet. Stop it.
And good thing Gochin's studying how to, cast detect magic so we can see when that kind of thing pops up. Speaking of which, how about we do day 4 spellcraft check?
Yeah, with a +2.
Okay, 1 sec. Can we get back in?
You left.
Well, not exactly.
Gochin.
How dare you?
I had to like switch over to do a computer update thing.
Uh-huh.
And why is my phone not doing Foundry? It should be on here. There we go. We're jumping in. Hey, you got back to me quicker than I expected. Oh no, I can't log back into myself while I'm already logged in. Oh, geez.
Do I need to kick you?
Yes.
You've been kicked
That
from the
was
world.
very fast for affirmative.
There we go.
I have kicked you.
Imagine getting kicked.
I know, right? Next, I'm gonna have to ban you. Then we'll unban you and mod you.
I've been given too much power.
Anyway. Yes. Give me day 4 spellcraft check.
Okay.
even with the +2, today is a befuddling day. Well, you might know how to say some of the words, you don't know how they string together by any means. You don't
Well,
understand the glyphs fully. Like today is a day of scribbles.
at least I had a good drink.
Or did you?
I mean, you
Oh
felt a
God,
little
was it the drink
smarter.
that messed me up?
Maybe. Who knows?
They've
Such
been
things are
jealous of your
undetermined.
success this entire time.
Well, Gochin, seems day 4 was a flub, and you stayed out of Ava's hair for most of it. Good on you. Let's move on to day 5. Give me another spellcraft check.
Okay. Better.
Day is better. A +2 that brings you to a 15, which is indeed another 16, which is indeed another success. You have 2 under your belt. You're starting to get some of the concepts that are behind the arcane glyphs aspect side of it. It seems that there is an image that you kind of need to have ingrained in your head before you're able to incant such a learned spell.
Ooh.
While you don't quite know the means of activation, you are kind of putting the puzzle together a little bit. It seems magic is far more complicated than you originally anticipated.
Yes, it's very complicated. What is wrong with this stuff? How do people just do this?
But that was day 5. Let's see day 6. I need another spellcraft check. Yes, Amethyst, you could assist Gochin if that is what you would like to do. I will need you to roll a spellcraft check of your own in order to give him assistance. As
Buddy, buddy.
you can help tutor him. Oh, you legit just can't fail because you have a +12. Gotcha. So yes,
I'm an
you are more than a competent tutor. So that is a 14 plus an additional 2 from Sylph's little timely go-go juice, which does give you another success. Now at this point, you do kind of see where some of the activation methods might come from, and with Etna kind of showing you the ropes and explaining how she does detect magic through such study as her and Ava seem to share the practice of prepared arcane casting, it does kind of make some more sense to you. You think that just maybe you might be able to emulate how it would be to cast such a spell.
Ooh, I think I'm getting a hang of this.
But this does consume most of your day. Day 7. Today is the day that you might actually try to cast the spell Detect Magic. The Iron Torch is still on the table, right where it was left. And now that you have an understanding of at least how to read from the book, it's time to put that proof to practice.
Ava will be here today to make sure she doesn't accidentally blow something up.
You have the text from the book before you, and while you're not an arcane caster, you're not going to be preparing this. This does, however, mean that you will need to emulate what it requires to cast arcane spells. So I have a few questions for you, Gochin, and you're going to need your character sheet in order to tell me these answers.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have an intelligence of at least 10?
I think so, since I have a +0. Yep. I have a 10.
Okay, then you are at least capable of casting cantrips of the arcane variety. You do not currently have a caster level, and so you are going to need to roll me a use magic device check.
Oh, geez. This one is negative.
Athena might be able to assist you in the activation purposes of this.
Hmm.
And if Sylph is trying to continue to cheer you on, he may offer you the go-go juice in order to help broaden those horizons a little bit.
Ava will also offer actual assistance this time because she doesn't want her bed getting blown up.
Then I'm going to need both a UMD from Athena and Ava.
Oh, where is that at?
Bottom
Use
of the
magic device
adventure.
is the skill you're looking for.
And Sylph ting his armor and inspire him too.
Uh,
Or can I just dance around making noise?
let me
Cheering
double,
Gochin on.
let me double check if you have this skill. Athena. Wow.
I have a -1 in that.
How do you have a -1 in charisma skill?
Charisma.
Gotcha.
Yeah, not
Yeah,
charismatic.
you should
Well-
have seen Ava's spellcraft is pretty fancy.
Yep. So here's the thing. Sylph, when you give the go-go juice to Gochin, would you also be imparting it to the rest of your party?
Yeah.
Okay. Then luckily, Athena, thanks to the go-go... Oh, well, no, that's a charisma check. Alright, then it will come down to this. Do you have... I don't think you get Inspire Competence there, Sylph.
Okay, that's fine.
Hmm. I am trying to find whether or not you have that ability. Get countersong. Get that. Yeah. Huh. Well, let me double check this then. You could gallant inspiration someone at the moment they try to put forth a skill check, because that is a spell that works on skill checks.
Sure.
No, don't do it. It's a trap. He's gonna steal your soul.
So are you going to gallant Athena's skill check?
Yeah.
That is one use of your second level spells. Roll 2d4.
We're all gonna cheer for you here, Athena. So you better do this right. If you fail,
that
we're gonna
once.
take it out on Dave.
Don't tell her that. She might consider it a good thing to fail.
Luckily, that is an auto succeed for giving Athena the aid and everything, so she passes her aid another check. So that is a +2 from Athena, +2 from Ava, and a +2 from the go-go juice. Now, Gochin,
Don't
This-
fail.
this is to emulate the caster level of that you need in order to cast Detect Magic. I need you to roll me a Use Magic Device check.
All right.
You currently have a +6.
Oh, nice. That's good. It's going to counter that -1.
Yeah.
And here's the flat roll. Oh my god.
That
Womp, womp.
that is a fail.
Wah, wah.
So, luckily, at this stage, you've not completely borked everything. You just don't have the grasp of it at the moment.
We put so much into that.
Athena and Ava may go ahead and roll again to assist, as this is not an all-day, he's, doing the thing. Ava succeeds. Athena succeeds. Gochin, you have a +6 to your UMD. You may roll again.
Okay. For all the tiddlywinks.
All right. With a 19, you succeed at having a caster level high enough to cast Detect Magic. Now you just have to do it. This check cannot be aided. You have a +2 to this UMD. This is still a skill check.
Okay.
All you have to do is meet 11.
Oh yes. Wait.
All you
yes.
have to do is not fuck it up.
I rolled an 11, so I had to beat it since I'm at a +1.
Yeah, so that brings you back to 11 on the nose. Without a gallant inspiration to push you over the edge, you still manage to cast Detect Magic. And you can see the outline of the auras within the room all over. Now, buddy, I need you to go ahead and roll me a will save.
Oh no.
Don't look at Darlin. Whatever you do, don't look at Darlin. Your vision is gonna fucking explode.
He thought so hard his head's gonna blow up.
Gochin, while you're looking at the Ioun torch on the table, there is an exploding light coming from Darlin's direction. It is so intensely bright. You are sure that if you looked that direction head on, you would probably go blind.
Oh god, the ADD is gonna catch his attention though.
That's what the will save was for. You can hold yourself from looking at the flame.
Yeah. I must look at the sun.
I knew immediately where this was going. I'm like, don't do it!
Ava, seeing Gochin like straining to not turn his head, is realizing, oh right, that.
The bright, shining beacon of magic.
Well, at least it doesn't explode.
You hear him muttering to himself,
Magic.
don't look, don't look.
His spikes are magic. The hammer is really magic.
Yeah, the hammer's blindingly magical. But yes, you have managed to cast Detect Magic.
Yay.
I did it.
You did it. You did it. You did it. Hooray.
You've learned the basic magic.
Hold on.
Okay,
Never mind. Darling hears it, goes, I did it! And he just kind of looks at him for a moment and goes, nah, I shouldn't do it.
Yeah, just walk past.
Oh, I was just going to run up to you and say, what does this look like? And hold the hammer out in front of you.
Yeah.
Congratulations there, Gochin. You've learned Detect Magic.
I
You
did
will
the
still,
magic.
however, require a roll every time you want to cast it.
His
Okay.
brain is expanding. The cranium is getting larger.
And they say his brain grew by 3 sizes that day.
Yeah.
Wants to learn
It's-
magic, doesn't have a positive int modifier.
Yeah.
It
Like me.
it is not quite a class skill for you, but you are going to be getting a point in your use magic device rankage.
Yay. Now it's no longer a negative.
Hmm.
Yeah.
If you feel any burning sensations when using magic, please let me know. If you feel like you're about to explode or feel an overwhelming urge to vomit,
Stop
do so
staring at Darling.
elsewhere and let me know for my research. I want to see if I can teach a monkey to do this now.
I get it. I get it. And if I have an erection that lasts longer than 4 hours, consult my doctor.
Don't tell anyone and leave me the hell out of it.
I don't understand, Doc. She said it would be fine.
Ava did not say it would be fine. She said just don't tell anyone.
What's this burning sensation in my eyes?
I don't know, but it's not my problem.
Stop staring at that dwarf's shiny hammer. But it's so pretty.
Stare hard.
It's like staring into the sun.
All right, I have added a note into your character sheet there, Gochin, in the notes section. You've learned
Okay.
Detect Magic, but you must still roll the UMD check to use it. You must also have the written source available in order to reference it for casting. That could be a spellbook, that could be a scroll.
Yeah.
Okay.
This does, however, also mean that if you come across a Wand of Detect Magic, you could attempt that check as well as if it were on your spell list.
Nice.
Ooh.
That's what I said.
That said,
VC for wands a 20 though.
yeah, he
That
has
means I can
a
get it if I roll a 20.
10% chance to get it.
And a 5% chance to lock himself out of it.
Yep. That said, your week has been spent and you have effectively arrived to the outskirts of what seems to be a brambled woodlands within the mountains. The caravan does come to a stop, and it would be Ingrahild who kind of goes, "Oh, it seems we made it. Or at least close enough the caravan's gonna have to stop. We're gonna have to go by foot from here."
All right, time to stretch the old legs out.
Just make sure you got your hiking boots on. It's gonna be a little ways. But as you exit, you'll find yourself in the cool mountain breeze as you have arrived within the Mind Spin Mountains. And just to kind of give you guys a glimpse of where you're at and where you're going,
Ooh, yeah.
I'm going to activate this.
No.
We gotta travel millions of miles.
So you started here in Trunau and have trekked deep into the Mind Spin in order to get to Nargrim's tomb. You do also happen to know that further
No.
south is Shinneman's Fortune, and your eventual destination of Minder Hall's Valley.
Oh, wow.
You got a lot of mountain terrain to be traveling in.
Yeah, we
And,
got 2 black diamonds in a circle. So we
Yeah.
got 2 experts and a noob.
But we're going to pick our session up next time with the exploration of Nargrim's tomb. You all look
Yay.
prepared and even gained a little bit of skills in between. But now we get to the real work.
Dragon Ball Z Fighter Stop, yeah.
You get that out of my game.
10 seconds of charging up. 1 second of fighting.
Yep, next we actually get into the dungeon delving, into the tomb itself. So, and its environs and whatever else has transpired in the meantime. But, like I said, we'll pick it up next time. Thanks for playing. Thanks for goofing off. I needed the smiles. But I'm gonna get you guys later.
All right,
ya.
later.
See you.